Your name is Jade Harley. You've just woken up in a cranky mood, and worse still, you've just remembered that your house and island home is about to be crushed by a meteor the size of Texas. You know it's not really the size of Texas, of course. You're just exaggerating for effect. It's not like you have a Texas-sized ruler to quickly dash up and measure the fucking thing with. The point is, you're in deep shit and you just woke up to your dog gnawing on your favorite stuffed animal.
Beck,
You say, pointing at the cylinder to distract him from his plush snack.
take off the cap, boy.
Beck, sadly, doesn't understand where you're pointing and rubs his head against your hand. Useless nuclear mutt. There is one room above your own, and a spherical tip to the research complex. The attic. Frankly, you don't go there very much due to your grandpa's creepy paraphernalia, but you have no choice. You have just the thing to get that pesky cap off. The attic can only be accessed by a ladder on the side of your bedroom, which means you're going to have to hop out onto the balcony and hastily scramble up. You're not a big fan of heights. You might just casually leap out of windows in your dreams, but this is real life. And as you know, if you die in real life, you die in real life. You manage to reach the attic, still shivering from the height. The attic is a messy place. Your grandpa never had it cleaned while you're alive, and now that he's a stuffed man in the foyer, the place is basically a dust collection. You rummage through the garbage, tossing things out of the way hastily. Beck zaps up behind you, cocking his head curiously. You're looking for a specific tool, one that's sure to get the cap off, but it's so cluttered that it's slow going. In the meantime, you check your phone.
Jade, status report.
Rose, you can't get on Dave's case for sounding like a Star Trek guy if you're gonna do it yourself.
Tell her, J-Dog.
Wrong. When I do it, it's cool.
Okay, but if I'm John Luke, you're Kirk.
Wrong again. I'll gladly shave my head for the role. You can be Riker.
Who's Riker?
Riker? I hardly know her.
This is idiotic.
Okay. John got the machines in. I'm just looking for something to open my Cruxtruder. This means that once I'm in, we'll have to finish a loop, right?
Correct.
What happens when a loop is done, anyway?
Not sure.
I thought you were the one keeping an eye on the forums.
I am. No one else has completed a loop yet. Or no one who's reported back anyway.
That's fine though, right?
No, the game doesn't officially begin until the loop is closed.
How do you know that if no one's finished a loop?
My cat told me.
What? Oh, wait, okay, I get you.
Is your bird telling you anything?
No. He's just kind of yelling, squawking mostly.
What are you guys talking about?
You'll find out soon, Jade. For now, don't talk to us. Focus on getting into the game.
You don't need to be told twice. Suddenly, in your attic rummaging, you shriek. From underneath one of Grandpa's paintings, a face peeks out.
Fuck!
You say, clutching your chest. You calm down. It wasn't a living face. It was just the stuffed, taxidermized dead clone body of yourself that Grandpa kept up here. Normal stuff. Nothing to be scared of, just a stuffed cadaver that looks exactly like you. You're not sure how your grandpa got a stuffed, taxidermized corpse of you. You never asked, and frankly, you don't think you want to know the answer. You always figured it had something to do with his research, but even though taxidermizing dead loved ones is normal, the fact that it's you, a living person, strikes you as macabre. Not long after finding your dead stuffed clone, you hit pay dirt.
Hey!
You wave Beck over, who grabs one end of a long tanned case in his snout, helping you tug it from the bric-a-brac. You click it open, and from within, you see it. Your tool. Your grandfather's heirloom. Big Medicine. An 1895 lever-action rifle. Sadly, in spite of this payload, you have to stop being Jade for a while. My apologies. That's just how it is. For now, you are once again Dave Strider. Now that things have calmed down, the confusion sets in. What the entire fuck is going on here? Orbs, totems, machines, meteors? Madness. Not to mention your bro is currently MIA. Out your window is total blackness, and you're afraid to look outside. For now, you're hunkered in your room as gargantuan creaking noises sound outside far away. You're scared and alone, so you do what you've always done. Reach out. Chad, if you're If you're reading this, I made it. Well, I think I did. It looks like I'm in and we're about to finish the loop. Last I heard, you were trying to do the same. Just, if you see this and you're not dead, beat me. I love you, man. No answer. You switch to something else, checking the forums, like Rose said. Before you can, however, something flaps in your face. The crow that you mercifully brought back to life using the orb earlier is back, and instead of flying away like a normal bird, it's been flying around your room like a brainless, feathery asshole. Fuck off, man, you say, shoving him away. Unlike before, he's no longer black, but a robust orange, perching on your computer, looking at you with his brainless head cocked.
Fuck off, man!
It repeats obnoxiously, like a parrot.
Fuck off, man!
This sucks. You do an act of kindness to a bird who died by your hand, and look what it earns you. You swat at it, but it's too quick, hovering above you, landing on your head.
Fuck off, man!
It says once more. Whatever. You log into VG Facts. Predictably, it's bedlam. If I don't respond after this, it's over. I don't even know why I'm making my last post in this shithole, but to anyone reading, please, you've got to survive.
Blah, blah, blah. This is what you get for releasing this godforsaken game on an unsuspecting public. Let's all hear it for Big Funky J, if that is your real name, for being the biggest sap ever to walk the planet you squishy humans live on.
Does anyone have anything constructive? We're all in this together, people. Any information could save lives.
I wouldn't bother. You're dead meat anyway. The best thing I would do is just to lay down and die.
I hate to agree with anything that dribbles out of your mouth, Vriska, but in this case, you're right.
Hello, friends. Please assist. Tried to play game with some cohorts and was disconnected from them. I'm now alone in a mysterious land. Send help. Smells of piss. God, I can't tell who's a troll and who's not.
Have you completed your chain, FF?
Unknown. I will have to drink my own urine to survive.
Please don't drink your own urine. It won't have to come to that for some time.
I should start early, I feel. Will acclimate me to the taste. I swear to Christ, if that's the last thing I have to read, I will be so pissed. Status update. The piss is acrid, but I managed. The worst thing is the temperature. We'll investigate cooling solutions and report back.
Please, don't.
No sign of Chad here either. You're about to start talking to your orange shithead bird for company when a notification appears. Dave. You jolt upright, fingers shaking. Chad, fuck, I've been waiting for you, man. What the hell is going on? Are you in the game? Did you finish your chain? No. I don't know what to say. I was supposed to play with Jack and Mike. They never got in. I never even connected. I own to put my machines in, but they're meteors. I saw some shit. I don't think they're around anymore. Fuck. I remember them. Fuck. I don't know what to do, man. I'm not connected. You guys are almost in, right? Can I connect to you guys? Your heart drops. You swallow thickly, hands shaking too hard to respond. I don't know. Fuck, Chad, we just connected the last person. They're not in yet, but fuck. We can get you in, dude. Just hang tight, Chad. Heh. You lean forward, heart hammering in your chest, palms sweating. It's okay. You're okay. You're in. I'll ask them. I'll figure out a way to open the chain. Fuck. Dave. Dude. Calm down. It's not in the cards. You don't know when you started, but your face is wet with tears. I don't know what the hell is going on, man. I don't know how shit got like this. And the way it's shaping up, I don't think I will. No. Chad, come the fuck on. Don't talk like that. Connect to someone on VG. Fuck off, man. I'm a goner. No. You're not yet. There's still time. Chad! It's over, Dave. You scream at the computer, as if he can hear you. The bird retreats to perch on your broken turntables. I'm just glad these are my last moments, Dave. I love you, man.
Stop!
It's been real. Shit. What the fuck do I say? What's a badass line to go out on? Help me workshop this, dude. I've got to think of something cool. Wait, I've got it.
Chad, fuck you, please, I'm begging you. I'll get on my knees in real life. Don't fuck around.
Buskin' makes me feel good.
Chad!
You freeze. Your blood seems to stop as the second you see that message stretches wide to infinity. Time has stopped the moment your friend died.
Fuck off, man!
The crow shrieks from behind you. Dave is too tired to have you be him anymore. Time to be Jade again. You're Jade Harley. Congrats! With big medicine over your shoulder, you carefully climb back down to your room, loading a bullet into the ancient chamber. You hope this baby still shoots. Cocking the pump, you take aim. You've always been a good markswoman, but this gun is old as dirt. The rest of your firearms are downstairs, too far to run and grab. Curse your transportalizer shenanigans. Beck watches curiously.
This isn't fetch time, Beck.
Beck likes to fetch bullets you shoot across the ocean on sunny days, teleporting out to grab them in his mouth. He whines, but seems to understand. You gaze down the iron sights and yank the trigger. With a bang and a clang, the lid of the Cruxtruder flies off like it's made of plastic, sailing out the window. Loading another bullet reflexively, you sling big medicine over your shoulder to grab the cylinder. As predicted by your friends, an orb emerges from the Cruxtruder as well. Beck barks happily at the orb.
Sit,
You say hastily. Something rumbles outside, and to your dismay, you see the meteor overhead, lazily taking up half the sky. This meteor looks large. Too large. This isn't just a destroy a suburb meteor. This might be one on the scale of kills all dinosaurs. Pushing that grim thought back, something else shocks you. The timer that had just read 30 minutes now read a mere 2. Dave's timer had changed earlier, but what could have changed yours? Something rumbles again. Oh, fuck. From across the lagoon, on the other side of the crescent-shaped island, you see the peak of the mountain. But to your shock and fear, the summit is glowing red. You learn in this moment that all your life you've lived above an active volcano.
Beck, don't mess with that.
No time to waste now. You shove the cylinder in the alchemeter and, just like your friend said, something happens. In 1 second, you see what appears to be a piñata made of green glass. The next, you go blind. Grabbing at your face in irritation, you realize you've been blindfolded. Up until now, each one of your friends has had some puzzle associated with their alchemeter, but this one makes you growl in frustration. From your back, you grab Big Medicine by the barrel, unwisely using it as a makeshift club. If you don't move, you should be able to estimate where the piñata is. Unfortunately, you don't get far. From the other side of the room, Beck barks suddenly, and something flashes, cutting him off. In your alarm, you turn to face him, forgetting your eyes are covered by the unmovable blindfold. Beck whines, and your pet owner heart shatters with the sound of his pain.
Beck?
You forgot your alchemeter, clawing at the blindfold, feeling around for your dog.
Beck!
You forlornly howl. Sadly, in your haste, you trip, falling backwards towards the balcony door you left open. Stumbling, you fall. The wind rushes around you, and you scream, clinging to Big Medicine for dear life. You still can't see. You're too high in the air. The fear of heights suddenly realized. You don't know what possesses you in that moment, but you take your gun, leaning back in midair, and you shoot one single bullet. You still can't see, but as you feel the ground knock the air out of your lungs, the blindfold shatters, just in time for you to see the volcano erupt smoke into the sky. as you lose consciousness. Somewhere in the distance, a phone rings. It's for you. I'll go ahead and put them on speaker. Good evening. This is your doctor speaking. Sentient creatures love stories. They love hearing them, they love telling them. All of language is organized around them. The simplest statements, from "go there" to "I did this," are all stories in microscopic form. String enough together and you have something truly compelling. Every time you sit down to tell a coworker or schoolmate something happened, you're doing it. Every time you draw a shitty cartoon in the margins of your homework paper, you're doing it. Every time you sit down in a comfy chair to watch a movie, you're doing it. Podcasts, books, films, legends, fables, poems, songs, webcomics. There are so many words and forms we have for this one thing. Stories could be the most important thing of all. On April 13th, 2009, 4 18-year-olds played a video game, Spurb, released by a shady baking conglomerate headed by a probably alien multidimensional being. This game ended the world. The only survivors were those 4 kids and their 4 guardians. So the story's over. This one, at least. The tale of 4 kids and their little video game. They all did it. They placed their Cruxite into their alchemeters and used their entry items to get into the world of Spurb, escaping death by meteor. The end. Finito. Enda. But that can't be it, can it? After all, what's inside this mysterious game? Who are the trolls plaguing these poor teens? And who the hell is Betty Crocker? Who's to say? In the dusty garage of a formerly Seattle suburban home, a man gawks into the driveway. Where once had been his neighborhood was now an empty abyss. Jonathan Egbert walks to the edge of his garage, dumbfounded, looking down a steep cliff face into dark gray clouds below. His house seems to have been transplanted, removed from its quiet Washington street, and placed atop this cliff. Why? How? Jonathan didn't know. He raised his voice to call for his son. "John, come down!" Before Jonathan can speak these words, however, an oily hand clasps over his mouth, muffling him as he is dragged away. In a forlorn basement, Roxanne Lalonde snoozes by a computer monitor with countless dots covering a map of the United States. She'd known all her life that April 13th would be the end of her world, but she didn't know she'd be ringing it in by being asleep. Cat food piles in a corner. Blinking, Roxanne awakens, head thrumming with the familiar sensation of a hangover. She's had so many in her life that the throbbing barely registers with her. She smacks her lips, spitting on the concrete floor, shoving a martini glass off the table. She emerges from her lab's secret entrance and winces, a shaft of light cutting the doorway, and her own eyes like a knife to her skull. All right, now she's feeling that hangover. She stumbles outside and hears the rushing of water. Her home, too, has been transplanted from a New York forest to a bright land of painfully bright light and pastel-colored water, an island in its midst. She slinks back down into the lab to build a boat. In a formerly Texan apartment, Derek Strider sighs, sewing a patch onto a puppet's arm. Lil Cal was injured in the kerfuffle earlier. "We're in the shits now, Lil Cal," Bro says, regarding the smug grin of the puppet with a forlorn visage. The puppet naturally doesn't respond. It's a fucking puppet. Derek also knew the end of the world, always believing his adopted son would be the chosen hero to beat it back. He'd assumed Dave would someday save the day, but as the years progressed, Derek was disappointed to find his son was hardly a hero at all. From his workbench, he produced his magnum opus. Not a puppet, but a skateboard with attached rocket boosters. One that, unlike the prototype that had blown up his meteor, worked as intended. Derek looked out the window. All around the apartment building was a sea of lava, hot and bubbling. He didn't know where he was. but he wasn't going to stick around to find out. Derek was going to take matters into his own hands. "Dave," he said sternly, opening the door to his apartment proper. And finally Beck, the last guardian, loyal pooch and beloved pet, was nosing Jade Harley's inert body, which now, even though this was a tropical island, had snow falling on it. 4 homes, 4 places they'd been moved to. The end of this story has come and gone, but not to worry. More is to come. Much more, in fact. For now, for being such a good patient and excellent listener, how about a treat? A new story. A fresh one. A small one. Here at the end of this act. Homestuck Alternate Universe is written by Funk McLovin. Act 1 art is by James Webb Comics. Voice acting is done primarily by Bucky, Alter Universe Wash, aka Janaya, and Articulately Composed. A special thanks to the current VFP patrons, Susa Brees, Kaleidoscope Mediator, and Elizabeth. All patrons are now on screen. Subscribe to patreon.com/funkmclovin to get early access to episodes, downloadable episodes, and behind-the-scenes content, including music, podcasts, and don't forget to check us out on Archive of Our Own and MSPFA. Special thanks to Andrew Hussie for writing Homestuck, and thank you for watching.